the first podcast I heard of Howard and Alec and Dean talking about what matters in regard to who's together in a space. And now having this gut feeling or not about conferences and now being a part of organizing team of one that is seeking to be like a self-organizing and non-hierarchical rhizomatic conference. And just getting exposed to different mindsets without really being exposed to them. I mean, that's what I'm dying to know what people are really thinking. Because I think there's a lot more underneath it all, and I think it's pretty important that we figure that out and address that. But just fascinated, I guess, is a good word, by our mindset, for lack of a better word, towards conferences and towards the importance we put on speaking at them. Like, where we got to the thinking that it's worth going to if I'm speaking. How we can shift that to it's worth going to if I'm listening. I mean, it would be a completely different experience if we were truly going. And I'm not dissing anything because I think there's a lot of this that goes on. But if we were truly going out of love for each other, love for the work that we do, missions that we have, curiosity, intrigue into what we could do together. So that's what I'm curious about today. Like, is the mindset of, I can come from a speaker, is that simply because then they have validation, from their institution to pay for them? Maybe it's just their own mental validation that I'll be important in that place, or I can validate my time away from my family because it's not just me attending something. So many of those things. I mean, the thing that I'm doing, you could be thinking the thing that I'm doing is so important that I can't not share it. But I think if we call all of those into question, that will behoove our gatherings. For a couple of those, the mindset of having to pay to go to the conference, that we can't afford it, that it's not conducive to family. I don't know, there's just, I don't know that it's just the conference or if it's society in general. I'm sure it's both, but we've made it that it's I don't know, back to Howard and those guys. What's the purpose of being together in a space? And in a lot of ways we've made it dependent on money and pay and prestige. and a whole lot of not simply listening.